to go up at 6:30, but apparently I had set it up go 3:30. So sorry to anybody who showed up at 3:30. I swore I had set this for 6:30 and not 3:30. Anyway, what's up, guys? Beaute87 here, and we're gonna go over the why you don't need palettes for my live. Let's just go up at 3:30. Again, I swore I had to be 6:30. Let me grab them real quick. So, where's my box? Oh. So I have a box of palettes here to talk to you all about. I got some to go with the Blend Bunnies. What is it? The Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette, which I actually have. Shout out to my member who sent this over to me. Then I grabbed a couple of palettes to try out against the new palette that's coming out from, what's the name of the brand? I got two boxes I got two palettes in the box for the palette that I was referring to. The GlossGods. That's what it is. The GlossGods Dancing Lights palette. I pulled a couple of palettes for it, and then I pulled one for the Secret Garden from Kryptein. I believe I'm saying that correctly. So let's get into it. So I'll show you what this one looks like. It's hard to show because one of the shades is broken in here. So this shade is broken, so I'll lightly show it, but this is what it looks like. Hey Nina, yeah, I'm sorry I'm like super late because like I had it for 3:30 and I swore I put it for 6:30. Anyway, this is what the palette looks like. So I was told you all originally in the first why you don't need video that I was going to have the Twisted Tea Party go up against this one. So here is it alongside the Twisted Tea Party, so you can see what I was talking about, how they're like super similar. Like the palettes look so similar to me. So I was like, I feel like we could do a battle and try both these out side by side. I don't know, but I think that'd be cool. Hey Sarah. So I was gonna do a look with this one, but I do have another one to show you all that I didn't think about before. I figure most people will want this one though, just because I didn't they don't make the Cyborg Choir anymore from Adept. Unfortunately, the owner of Adept discontinued this, which I'm sad about because to me this was definitely a gorgeous color story. But you see how similar this one is to the Blend Bunny one too? That's why I was like, which one should we put it against? Because I'm not 100% sure which one I want to battle it against now that I saw this one next to it. If you all remember, I do have a code with Adept. It's Gelbeauty-87. You can get a discount on your purchase. Yay, we're all here. Yeah, I remember when I used to say that. I'm here, you're here, we're all here. But yeah, we're all here. So which one do you all want to put it against, Sarah and Nina? Because I was thinking about just going ahead with this one since this is one I initially showed you all. But at the same time, I was like, well, maybe I should go ahead and go against the Adept one. So you helped me pick this why you don't need. So are we wanting it against the Adept palette from Adept the Cyborg Choir? Or do you think we should go with the original one I did the video on initially when I did it, which was the Twisted Tea Party from Anthony Rain? You can use code Dionloves10 at Inslee Rain if you want to buy this palette. And you can use code Dr. Ash if you need a code for Blend Bunny. So I usually know somebody who has a code for most any palette I show, and I try to make sure I shout out their code. So if you want to get this Blend Bunny palette, make sure you use code Dr. Ash. Which one you say? Oh, nobody has said yet. So those are the two you have to choose from when it comes to the Beauty Below and the battle. So, okay, Twisted. Yeah, I was thinking Twisted too, since that's one I originally told you all about, and you can still purchase it. So, Twisted it is, Nina. The next palette I have, I thought I had brought the other palette with me. Yeah, Twisted. Okay, Sarah. So, I thought I had brought the, what do you call the palette with me from, the Antidote palette from Be Perfect, because I wanted to put the Antidote from Be Perfect in this video to compare to the Secret Garden palette, but I didn't bring it with me. You all have seen it in the thumbnail though, but I do have the Classic Autumns from Dede Signature, and I do have a code with Dede Signature. It's Gelbeauty87 for anyone who's interested. And I feel like some of the colors in here are similar to that palette as well. See, if you cover it up, it has the exact same color story as the new palette from, what do you call it? From Kryptein. Am I saying it right, Nina? It's Kryptein or Kryptein. Anyway, this one is right here. So I feel like this gives a similar vibe to that palette, and I'm like, why not use it? I haven't used it in a while, and I love Dede Signature Shimmer Formula, and their matte formula is really nice. So I was thinking maybe we could use this one, especially since the one from Be Perfect is so large, and it was a limited edition collab. I don't know if it still exists or not, but I'm pretty sure they still have this palette. Kryptein. Okay, yeah, Kryptein. Thank you, Dee. So this is the one I'm thinking about doing, but it could be between this one and Antidote from Be Perfect. I just didn't bring Antidote because I thought it was so big, and when I rethought it, I was like, that's kind of a ginormous palette, and everybody might not like warm color stories to that extent, so I figured I would, you know, go with something a little bit smaller. So that's what we have to work with. So do you all want the Be Perfect Antidote palette, or do you want the Classic Autumn for that one? You can let me know. But the last one we have to talk about, I'm not gonna be here for too long, is the the GlossGods palette. I do have a code with GlossGods as well. I think it should be great. Gelbeauty 87. I don't know if it still works or not because they changed platforms, but if you all remember what that palette looks like, I immediately thought of these two palettes when it came to it. So I have the Aurora Lights from Simply Posh. I know my girl Karen Harris has a code with them, so you can use code Cage Makeup and get a discount at Simply Posh. But this palette definitely reminded me of the GlossGods one. Now the shifts in the shades of the GlossGods palette definitely give more of a, you know, shift and sparkle more than the ones from Simply Posh. But Simply Posh's have a really nice color story to it, and I remember their mattes being pretty nice. And I wanted to pull this one because I feel like I don't talk about this brand that often, but I do really like the palettes I've tried from the brand, so I figured it'd be cool to, you know, try this one out. So I'm thinking this would be good, but I also brought my Lure palette from Blend Bunny to show you all. So this is what she looks like on the inside. So and again, I feel like it has similar color stories to the Aurora Lights from Simply Posh. Again, you can use code Dr. Ash if you're picking up the Blend Bunny palette, and you can use code Cage Makeup if you need to pick up the Simply Posh one. But I feel like these both look really similar to that color story, so I was like, it's just a question of which one you all want me to use. I'm leaning towards Simply Posh just because I like Simply Posh's formula and color story, and I feel like I use the Blend Bunny one a lot. But you say, yeah, I feel like both would work too, Nina, but I'm like, I feel like I've talked about Blend Bunny a bit recently, and I wanted to give another brand some love, so that's why I was thinking Simply Posh. But if you want to do Blend Bunny, we can do Blend Bunny. Yes, here, I was thinking Simply Posh too, just because I have done a couple Blend Bunny ones. I also pulled the Terra Moons palette, the one that came up with the Cosmic Wanderer from last year. I believe that was last year. And as you can see, it has similar colors as well. It doesn't have like the more like neutral tones that one has, but I thought this one, yeah. But Aurora Lights, I don't know, I just want to use it, especially because I didn't get their new one. I think it's called, what was it called, Snow Angel, I think, or something like that. They have a new palette out now, Simply Posh. I didn't end up picking it up though, but you know. Anyway, this Terra Moons really gives me similar vibes as the GlossGods one as well. The only thing is like they had a shade in there that shifts to like a pretty green tone that I really liked, that I felt like this palette doesn't have. I mean, none of the palettes really have it, but I just feel like the first two color stories did more. But since I did have this one, I figured I would show it as well. Oh, yeah, and the Terra Moons palette. So the new Terra Moons, I feel like the same ones that we picked for Blend Bunny would go good for that too. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and use the Adept for the new Terra Moons bundle that dropped recently, that they had. Because when you look at this and you look at that, if you all saw the thumbnail, I put this palette next to it in particular to show you all. I felt like it looked really similar. So I'm like, I feel like we could just go ahead and use the Adept Cyborg Choir palette for that one. Or we could use the Twisted Tea Party as well. But I kind of want to use this one since I don't want to use the Twisted Tea Party for too much of everything, because I've already used it for Blend Bunny. So I'm thinking I'll use this one for the Terra Moons vibes. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it. So, okay, so we got this one for the Terra Moons palette. The Dede Signature for the other one. Yeah, so we go Dede Signature for the Secret Garden. We got Cyborg Choir for the Terra Moons pastel bundle they came out with. And then we have Twisted Tea Party for the Blend Bunny one. Sounds about right to me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all those work. So, oh, and then we have Aurora lights that we have. So that's pretty much all I want to talk to you all about. I don't have too much anything else. I just wanted to make sure we picked some palettes for next week so we can have some, you know, videos for you all to go up next week, because I'm actually kind of low on content, and y'all know I normally like pre-film a whole bunch, but I've been pre-filming a whole bunch of like fashion shorts lately and haven't been filming as much makeup, which is weird for me because y'all know I usually be all about the makeup, but I have a whole bunch of fashion. But that's because I started the second fashion channel. If you all remember, it's Gelbeauty-87 or Fashion with Gelbeauty-87. So that's why I'm kind of behind on makeup content, believe it or not, and that's normally not like me at all. But I'm trying to find my footing with having like 2 channels, so y'all gonna have to bear with me for a little bit. But yeah, so that was pretty much all I had to talk to you all about. I am going to do a fragrance one, though, because I'm currently trying out Vanilla Smoke right now from Fleur. So I will be wrapping that up later on tonight. I need to go do some editing right now, but I hope you all enjoy. Thank you all for being here, and I will talk to you all later on. Bye, guys.